Shalom. Hey, it's man real. And shout out to you for being here with me right now. Alright, did you know that 2024 was the hottest year on record? Says NASA. 2024 set a new global heat record, surpassing 2023 as the warmest year since temperature tracking began in 1880. The planet's surface temperature was 2.3 degrees Fahrenheit higher than the 20th century baseline. This milestone comes after 15 consecutive months of record-breaking heat, marking an unprecedented warming trend. Now they saying climate change, but I'm gonna say Hawah's judgment is happening. How do you think we should respond? Well, all I can say is you better get right. You better get right or get low. But we can kick things off with a little BB King today, y'all. Because that's how I feel about it. 432 hertz. Hey, they don't make them like that no more. But yeah, today we're gonna talk about the signs of the end, cause we almost there. We almost there. Let's start off with Second Ezra chapter 5. We're gonna get chapter 5 and fact chapter 6 real quick. It reads, now concerning the signs, behold, the days are coming when those who inhabit the earth shall be seized with great terror, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Unrighteousness shall be increased beyond what you yourself see, and beyond what you heard of formerly. And the land that you now see ruling shall be a trackless waste, and people shall see it desolate. But if the Most High grants that you live, you shall see it thrown into confusion after the third period. And the sun shall suddenly begin to shine at night, and the moon during the day. Blood shall drip from wood, and the stone shall utter its voice. The peoples shall be troubled, and the skies shall be changed. And one shall reign whom those who inhabit the earth do not expect. And the birds shall fly away together, and the sea of Sodom shall cast up fish. And one whom the many do not know shall make his voice heard by night, and all shall hear his voice. There shall be chaos also in many places. Fire shall often break out. The wild animals shall roam beyond their haunts, and mistress woman shall bring forth monsters. Sea waters, salt waters, shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall conquer one another. Then shall reason hide itself, and wisdom shall withdraw into its chamber, and it shall be sought by many, but shall not be found, and unrighteousness and unstrength shall increase on earth. One country shall ask its neighbor, has righteousness or anyone who does right passed through you? And it will answer, no. At that time people shall hope but not obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. These are the signs that I am permitted to tell you. And if you pray again and weep as you do now, and fast for 7 days, you shall hear yet greater things than these. Alright. So, this is Esdras getting the drop on what's going to happen in the later days. Alright. And Esdras was very concerned for those who would be punished. He had a long conversation with the Most High. But we're going to skip down a little bit. Matter of fact, we're just going to skip to the next chapter. Alright, chapter 6. He said to me, at the beginning of the circle of the earth, before the portals of the world were in place, and before the assembled winds blew, and before the rumblings of thunder sounded, and before the flashes of lightning shone, and before the foundations of paradise were laid, and before the beautiful flowers were seen, and before the powers of movements were established, before the innumerable host of angels were gathered together, and before the heights of the air were lifted up, and before the measures of the firmament were named, and before the footstool of Zion was established, and before the present years were reckoned, and before the imaginations of those who now sin were estranged, and before those who stored up treasures of faith were sealed, then I planned these things, and they were made through me alone, and not through another, just as the end shall come through me alone, and not through another. I answered and said, what will be the dividing of times, and when will be the end of the first age and the beginning of the age that follows? He said to me, from Abraham to Isaac, because from him were born Jacob and Esau, or Jacob's hand held Esau's heel from the beginning. Now Esau is the end of this age. Esau is the end of this age, and Jacob is the beginning of the age that follows. The beginning of a person is the hand, and the end of the person is the heel. Seek for nothing else, Ezra, between the heel and the hand, Ezra. And I answered and said, oh, Hawah. Excuse me. If I have found favor in your sight, show your servant the last of your signs, which you showed me a part on a previous night. He answered and said to me, rise to your feet, and you will hear a full resounding voice. And if the place where you are standing is greatly shaking while the voice is speaking, do not be terrified, because the world concerns the end, and the foundations of the earth will understand that the speech concerns them. They will tremble and be shaken, for they know that their end must be changed. When I heard this, I got to my feet and listened. The voice was speaking, and its sound was like the sound of mighty waters. It said, the days are coming when I draw near to visit the inhabitants of the earth, and when I require from the doers of iniquity the penalty of their iniquity, and when the humiliation of Zion is complete, when the zeal is placed upon the age that is about to pass away, then I will show these signs. The book shall be opened before the face of the firmament, and all shall see my judgment together. Children a year old shall speak with their voices, and pregnant women shall give birth to premature children at 3 and 4 months. And these shall live and leap about. Sown places shall suddenly appear unsown, and full storehouses shall suddenly be found to be empty. The trumpet shall sound aloud, and when all hear it, they shall suddenly be terrified. At that time, friends shall make war on friends like enemies. The earth and those who inhabit it shall be terrified, and the springs of the fountains shall stand still, so that for 3 hours they shall not flow. It shall be that whoever remains after all that I have foretold to you shall be saved, and shall see my salvation in the end of my world. And they shall see those who were taken up, who from their birth have not tasted death. And the heart of the earth's inhabitants shall be changed and converted to a different spirit. For evil shall be blotted out, and deceit shall be quenched. Faithfulness shall flourish, and corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be revealed. All right. So, This is just giving us a little taste of what's to come, right? And it goes on. But yeah, I just wanted to get that part in right quick. All right, just so we can get a little bit of understanding, overstanding. All right, what's to come. But yeah, we can get a quick video in real quick about the weather.
Our planet is sending us a message written in melting glaciers, raging wildfires, and rising sea levels. Global warming, once a distant threat, is now a stark reality. In 2025, the consequences are no longer theoretical. The year 2024 was the hottest on record, shattering previous temperature benchmarks. We have now surpassed the critical 1.5 degrees Celsius warming threshold, a point of no return for many of Earth's delicate ecosystems. Extreme weather events have intensified, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. From the scorching heat waves in Europe to the catastrophic floods in Asia, the fingerprints of climate change are undeniable. The Arctic, once a symbol of pristine beauty and resilience, is now warming at an alarming rate. Sea ice, a vital habitat for polar bears and other Arctic wildlife, is disappearing at an unprecedented pace. As temperatures rise and glaciers melt, sea levels continue their relentless climb, threatening coastal communities around the globe. The very foundations of our planet are shifting beneath our feet. The world is on fire, both literally and metaphorically, and the time for action is now. The Earth's temperature has risen by over 1.2 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial times, and the consequences are being felt worldwide. The year 2024 witnessed a barrage of extreme weather events, each more devastating than the last. Heat waves, once a seasonal occurrence, have become more frequent and intense, pushing human tolerance to its limits. In Europe, March 2025 was the warmest March on record, with temperatures soaring 1.6 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. The continent experienced a stark contrast in rainfall, with some regions battling severe droughts, while others faced record-breaking floods. These extreme weather patterns are disrupting agriculture, causing water shortages and fueling wildfires. Hurricanes, fueled by warmer ocean temperatures, have become more powerful, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The frequency and intensity of these extreme weather events are a clear indication of a planet in distress. The natural world, once a source of solace and wonder, is now bearing the brunt of our changing climate. Ecosystems around the globe are under immense pressure, struggling to adapt to the rapid pace of change. From the coral reefs bleaching in warming oceans to the rainforest burning at an alarming rate, the cries for help are becoming deafening. The Arctic, once a frozen wilderness teeming with life, is experiencing the most dramatic transformations. Sea ice, a vital hunting ground for polar bears and a home to a myriad of marine species, is shrinking at an alarming rate. In March 2025, Arctic sea ice reached its lowest extent in 47 years of satellite records. Ocean heat content, a measure of the heat stored in the ocean, has reached its highest level in recorded history. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are particularly vulnerable to rising ocean temperatures, experiencing widespread bleaching events that kill off these vibrant underwater ecosystems. The intricate web of life on Earth is unraveling before our eyes. The consequences of global warming extend far beyond the natural world, reaching deep into the heart of human societies. From rising sea levels threatening coastal communities to extreme weather events displacing millions, the human toll of climate change is becoming increasingly evident. The World Bank estimates that climate change could cost the global economy $23 trillion by 2050. Natural disasters, fueled by a warming planet, are already causing billions of dollars in damage each year, disrupting economies and exacerbating inequalities. In 2024 alone, natural disasters caused $368 billion in losses worldwide. Climate change is also having a direct impact on human health. Heat waves, becoming more frequent and intense, are responsible for a growing number of heat-related illnesses and deaths. air pollution, exacerbated by climate change, is linked to respiratory problems and other health issues. The displacement of people due to climate change is another growing concern. Section 5. A race against time. The urgent need for action. The evidence is clear. Global warming is not a distant threat. It is a present reality with devastating consequences. We are in a race against time, and the stakes have never been higher. The future of our planet and the well-being of generations to come depends on the choices we make today. The Paris Agreement, adopted in 2015, marked a turning point in the global fight against climate change. It set a goal of limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably.
They think they can stop it, y'all. They think they can stop the unstoppable. All right. We're going over here to Enoch now. All right. Chapter 80. Okay. Verse 1. In those days Uriel answered and said to me, Behold, I have showed you all things, O Enoch, and all things have I revealed to you. You see the sun, the moon, and those which conduct the stars of heaven, which cause all their operations, seasons, and arrivals to return. In the days of sinners the years shall be shortened. Their seed shall be backward in their prolific soil, and everything done on earth shall be subverted and disappear in its season. Everything done on earth shall be subverted and disappear in its season. The rain shall be restrained, and heaven shall stand still. In those days the fruits of the earth shall be late, and not flourish in their season. And in the season the fruits of the trees shall be withheld. The moon shall change its laws, and not be seen at its proper period. The moon shall change its laws, and not be seen at its proper period. But in those days shall heaven be seen. Heaven be seen. And barrenness shall take place in the borders of the great chariots in the west. It shall shine more than the orders of light, while many chiefs among the stars of authority shall err, perverting their ways and works. Those shall not appear in their season who commanded them. And all the classes of the stars shall be shut up against sinners. The thoughts of those who dwell on earth shall transgress within them. The thoughts of those who dwell on earth shall transgress within them, and they shall be perverted in all their ways. They shall transgress and think themselves Elohim, while evil shall be multiplied among them, and punishment shall come upon them, so that all of them shall be destroyed. This is talking about today, y'all. Right now. This is what's happening. All right. They're perverted in all their ways. The moon is out in the daytime every day. It's changed its law. All right. This whole chapter is about the veil being taken away. All right. Shall heaven be seen? That means that the veil is gone. All right. There's a reason why in these last days it's best to be sober, because the veil is gone. The spirit world is heavy. All right. And the veil is gone. Now, you're going to get it from NASA. Because I see the moon every day in the sky. All right. Why can't you see the moon during the day? We asked a NASA scientist. Now let's see what they got to say about it.
See the moon during the day. We think of the moon as a nighttime object because it's often shown that way to us in books and movies. Even the weatherman uses the sun as a symbol for day and the moon for night. But the moon actually spends almost as much time in the daytime sky as the night. You just have to look a little harder to see it. Let's think about why we can see the moon at night at all. Unlike our sun, the moon doesn't create its own light. We can only see it because light from the sun is reflecting off of its surface. Same is true during the day. And unlike the stars, which are also still up there during the day, but we can't see them because the sky is too bright, the moon actually shines bright enough that you can see it day or night as long as it's in the right part of the sky. During a full moon, the moon is opposite the sun in the sky. That's why we can see the full face of the moon reflecting sunlight. As the Earth rotates, the moon rises just as the sun sets, but just on that one day of the month. In the days before a full moon, if you look in the eastern sky, you can find the almost full moon rising before the sun sets. And the days after a full moon, you can look in the western sky and find the moon setting after the sun has come up. Over the last year, I've actually made a game of timing my daily bike ride to see if I can spot it in the daytime sky. But it will keep you on your toes. It sets about 50 minutes later each day as it marches through its phases. So keep your eyes peeled and keep looking up. Maybe you can spot it too.
Yeah, we spotted. Hold on a second, y'all. Alright, back. Yeah, the moon is out all day, every day. Now, I remember back in the day, every once in a while, you used to see the moon in the sky during the daytime. You'd be like, hey, what's the moon doing out? But now, it's every day. Now, this is unnormal. Alright? Because if you go to Enoch 74, right? It tell you about the moon. It tell you. Then I saw another progress in regulation, which he effected in the law of the moon. The progress of the moons and everything. Uriel showed me the holy angel who conducted them all, their stations. I wrote down as he showed them to me, them moons there. So is there more than one? I wrote down their months as they occur and the appearance of their lights until it is completed in 15 days. And each of its 2/7 portions is completes all its light at rising and at setting. On stated months, it changes settings, and on stated months, it makes its progress on each. In 2, the moon sets with the sun in those 2 gates which are in the midst. In the 3rd and 4th gate, it goes forth for 7 days and makes its circuit. Again, it returns to the gate whence the sun goes forth, and in that completes the whole of its light. Then it declines from the sun and enters in 8 days in the 6th gate, from which the sun goes forth. When the sun proceeds to the 4th gate, and it goes forth for 7 days until it passes from the 5th, again it returns in 7 days to the 4th gate, and completing all its light declines and passes on by the 1st gate in 8 days, and returns in 7 days to the 4th gate from which the sun goes forth. Thus I beheld their stations as according to the fixed order of the months to the sun rises and sets. At those times, there is an excess of 30 days belonging to the sun in 5 years. All the days belong to each other of the 5 years when completed amount to 364 days. And to the sun and stars belonging 6 days in each of the 5 years, 30 days belonging to them. So that the moon has 38 days less than the sun and stars. The moon brings on all the years exactly, that their stations may come neither two forwards nor two backwards a single day, but that the years may be changed with the correct precision in 364 days. In 3 years the days are 1,092. In 5 they are 1,820. And in 8 years 2,912 days. To the moon alone belong in 3 years 1,062 days. In 5 years it has 50 days less, for an addition being made to the 62 days. In 5 years there are 1,770 days, and the days of the moon in 8 years are 2,832 days. For its days in 8 years are less 8 days, 80 days, which 80 days are its diminution in 8 years. The year then becomes truly complete according to the station of the moon and the station of the sun, which rises in the gates, which rise and set in them for 30 days. Alright, so this is telling you all about, the circuits of the moon and the sun. But as we can see, every day the moon is out of whack. Alright. Now, we're going to get a little explanation of what's going on. When we go over here to Isaiah, right? Chapter 24. Alright. Let's start at verse 1. Behold, Hawah makes the earth empty, and makes its waste, and turns it upside down, and scatters abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his prince, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for Hawah has spoken this word. The earth mourns and fades away. The earth mourns and fades away. The world languishes and fades away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the Torah, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore has the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men are left. The new wine mourns, the vine languishes, and all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceases. The noise of them that rejoice ends. The joy of the harp ceases. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be the shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done. They shall lift up their voice, they shall sing for the majesty of Hawah, they shall cry aloud from the sea. Wherefore glory ye, Hawah, in the fires, even the name of Hawah of Yasharel in the isles of the sea. From the uttermost part of the earth have we heard songs, even glory to the righteous. But I said, my leanness, woe unto me. The treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously. Yea, the treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously. Fear and the pit and the snare are upon you, O inhabitant of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who flees from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that comes up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open. See that? For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in that day that Hawah shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison. After many days shall they be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when Hawah shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, and before his ancients gloriously. Alright, see that right there? The moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed. Now, we reading this out of the Suffer, right? Now, if you go on over to the Septuagint, right? It's worded a little bit different. We're going to start at 21, right? And the Most High shall bring his hand upon the host of heaven and upon the kings of the earth, and they shall gather the multitude thereof into prisons, and they shall shut them into a stronghold. After many generations they shall be visited, and the brick shall decay, and the wall shall fall. For Hawah shall reign from out of Zion and out of Jerusalem, and shall be glorified before his elders. Wait a minute. Are we in the right? Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. All right. And the brick shall decay. All right. You go back over here. It says, the moon shall be confounded. Verse 23. But this is saying, and the brick shall decay, and the wall shall fall. This is, and the sun ashamed. So the brick is representing the moon, and the wall is representing the sun. What's going on? Alright. Well, we just got what's going on. Alright. When we read about the veil being gone, that's what this is about. Alright. But they calling it a brick, and they calling it a wall. Alright. But this is just talking about the veil, which has been lifted, which is right now, because the moon is out every day. That means the veil is gone, right? Now, if you look up this brick moon, it's going to take you to a novel, call it a novella. All right, talking about this brick moon. All right. and they're calling it a fiction. It's a fictional novel written in 1869, talking about the brick moon. All right, yeah, the brick moon, and they talking about they built it. All right, but that's not really leading us to any type of answer on what's going on. I'm gonna say that the veil has been lifted, but if you want to go that route, you could say it could possibly be a fake moon. Maybe it's two moons. Uh, just for fun, we'll get this quick video of how they like to play around in the sky with holographs. All right. I mean, this right here is fallen angel technology. All right. And it's just a little video to show you what they're capable of, but I don't think they're capable of changing and stopping the unstoppable. But you can think what you want. It's cool. I don't know if they can make a fake moon, but they can do some things. That's cool. They can definitely distort some things. But yeah, just putting it out there. And then you also got, visions of people seeing two moons. I thought I had a video pulled up, but yeah. People seen two moons out there before. Some of these are fake, some of these are real. But yeah, it's a couple possibilities of what's going on. I'm gonna say that the veil is gone. All right, that's why the moon is out all day, every day. All right, but I ain't gonna make this video too long-winded. Just wanna, maybe let some people know, be aware of what time frame we living in right now. Because, yeah, we getting closer and closer. All right. But I think let's get a quick passage in Isaiah. What is it? Um, yeah, Isaiah 13. All right. Behold, the day of Hawah comes, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened. Oh, there you go. Hold on. It do this from time to time. It just completely disappear. Mm. Yeah, it just completely mess up on me, but we bring it back. Alright. Behold, the day of Hawah comes, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man to the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Hawah, and in the day of his fierce anger. Alright. It shall be as the chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man takes up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone to his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. The houses shall be spoiled, and their women ravished. Alright. So this is just what happened to Israel getting done to everybody else, because Israel already had their judgment. Now we are watching, witnessing the judgment that's happening to everybody else. And this is what's going to happen on the day of Hawah. Alright. But yeah, I'm going to get one more passage and we out of here. Let's go on over there to Obadiah. Alright, we get the whole chapter. Only one chapter in Obadiah. The vision of Obadiah. Thus says Hawah concerning Edom. Alright, because remember, Edom, like we got in Esdras, chapter 5. What was it, chapter 5 or 6? But yes, Esau is the end. So this is, thus says Hawah concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Hawah, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made you small among the heathen. You are greatly despised. The pride of your heart has deceived you. You that dwell in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though you exalt yourself as the eagle, and though you set your nest among the stars, thence will I bring you down, says Hawah. If thieves came to you, if robbers by night, how are you cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to you, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of your confederacy have brought you even to the border. The men that were at peace with you have deceived you and prevailed against you, that they eat your bread. They that eat your bread have laid a wound under you. There is no understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, says Hawah, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And your mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end, that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For your violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even you were as one of them. But you should not have looked on the day of your brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither should you have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither should you have spoken proudly in the day of distress. You shall have not entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, you shall have not looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither should you have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither should you have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of Hawah is near upon all the heathen. As you have done, it shall be done unto you. Your reward shall return upon your own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph, a flame, and the house of Esau for stumble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining in the house of Esau, for Hawah has spoken it. And they of Negev shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain of Pelishtim, and they that possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of this host of the children of Yasharel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sepharad, shall possess the cities of Negev. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Hawah's. All praises Hawah. So, you got a little understanding what's going on that great day of Hawah and what's going on right now. All right. We in the final quarter. 2 minutes on the clock. I hope anybody who's riding that fence, they make their way on over to the right side. But I want to thank y'all for rocking with me again. Shout out to all the new subscribers. thank y'all. Dawada. And all the old subscribers. Shout out to you. And Baruch to y'all, man. Alright. Catch y'all on the next one. Alright. Shalom.